Hello, my friends, and welcome. Welcome back. Yes, the older man took a day off yesterday. Thought I'd relax my vocal cords. Spend a little time with wifey. You know, she gets a little antsy every once in a while. So I got to do that. Don't I? Don't. She's off to the side. You know, one day I'm going to get her on air. One day she says no. But I think I've gotten her halfway. She says she's going to start maybe coming on with me on the membership site, but not publicly. Which, you know what? It's better than nothing, isn't it, dear? Yes. But anyway, so today, my friends, we want to talk about dating apps. Yeah. You know that thing that drives everybody insane. That thing that keeps sucking men's money and not giving them any results. So, and the reason I'm covering this is simply because I got a message from someone who wants me to actually help sponsor a new dating app. Actually two. Got one out of the Philippines, and I guess the other one is in America. I haven't checked it out yet. I haven't responded to the message, but I clicked on the link and they had this message about daily news on the dating app industry. And I took a listen to it. And let's take a quick listen.
Here are the top 5 news items for the online dating industry for the week ending Sunday, 2nd June. The Times, the top newspaper in the UK, wrote a story titled, "Dating apps aim to ensure users and investors don't swipe left." Dating apps face challenges after years of growth, with declining user numbers and management changes. Match Group's value dropped from over $40 billion in 2021 to $7.8 billion. The number of paying customers is declining by 9% in its 6th consecutive quarter. At Bumble, Lydiane Jones replaced Whitney Wolfe Herd as CEO in January. She has already laid off 350 employees. Shares in Bumble have fallen by approximately 30% over the past 12 months, and the company is now worth $2 billion, down from the $13 billion shortly after the 2021 IPO.
Woo! Those are some nasty financial numbers, I'm telling you. Whew. From 13 billion to 2 billion? From 2021, we're now 2024 in 3 years. Man, imagine you buying shares in those companies and taking that hit. So what we're seeing is a lot of people are walking away from dating apps. So I started to look at this, and I've been watching dating apps, and I'm getting a lot of people who actually call me on relationship advice, etc. And so many of them have told me that I just can't deal with the apps. I'm off the apps. So seeing so many people who are reporting the same incident, pretty much the best sample size you can get, where so many people are negative about the product, it made sense to me that the product or the price of that product is going to drop. So I started to look into it a little bit more, and it's surprising how bad it is. So now I'm going to give you some impressions from people that I've looked up on TikTok. Let's look at the top apps that the professionals, the so-called professional dating gurus out there recommend.
Here are the top 5 dating apps in 2024, starting with number 5. OkCupid. While it's not my top choice, it still is one that surprisingly is still going, and it's going strong, and a lot of people are on it. So it's definitely one that you want to check out. You're going to see a little bit of a theme here too, because within all of these different options, I am trying to pick the most popular apps, because the more users, the better opportunity for you. Let's go to number 4. The League. This is number 4. This is one that's a little bit hidden. It's one that has always worked for me personally. It's worked for a lot of my clients, and a lot of people are using it to get real results, and people who are on there are taking it very seriously. Number 3, tied between Bumble and Tinder. Who knew? Bumble is now turning into the new Tinder. These are two apps that are still very popular, but a little bit more for the casual hookup crowd, which there's no problem with that. But that's what you're going to get when you're on those two apps. Still great apps if you're looking for a lot of opportunity. Number 2 is Match.com. This one is probably the most popular site and still is to this date. Everyone knows Match, everyone knows how it works, and a lot of people are on it. That's why it's number 2. Okay, number 1 is Hinge. This company is huge now. I remember when Hinge just started off and it was one of those mediocre sites. Now it is one of the most popular ones and people are using it and actually getting results.
Okay, there you go, guys. If you think that you'll have success based on what this guy is saying, Hinge is number 1, right? Now, of course, I'm not on any dating sites. Am I, babe? My wife looked at me the same time I looked at her. No, I'm not on any dating sites. Bottom line is, I can't give you the real life experience. I would be divorced tomorrow. So all I can report to you guys is what other people are telling me. Cool? But if you're trying to have success, I'm trying to report what other people are reporting. Okay? I'm sort of condensing some of this information for you guys. But you have to understand that I'm still not stupid to the fact that I can see why, number 1, a lot of people fail on dating apps, and number 2, the reason why these companies are failing. So let me explain it to you this way. Dating apps are a business. That's it. The longer you stay on these apps, the more money they make. So if you think about it, they really don't want you to actually find a match. Ugh, come on. It's like saying, hey, come into my restaurant, buy one meal, and then don't come back. No restaurant would want you to do that, would they? Well, it's the same thing with these apps. Now, they would like to make you think that, hey, we have so many people reoccurring and coming into our app and using it and leaving it, and we will always have the younger generation coming in and using the app. So we want you to get success and then tell other people about it so that they would come in. But in reality, the best strategy for them is to keep you on, keep giving you connections, hitting you with that dopamine high, and then you tell someone, oh, I met someone on the app, we're dating right now. You see the success with the person, but they also want you to come back and find someone else. That's why Tinder was so bloody successful. But now the chickens are coming home to roost. The success of the hookup culture creates so much heartache. It's a big problem for a lot of people. So let's listen to a little bit more on the state of the app market.
Acquisitions also have a role to play in helping Match to grow. Hinge, bought by the group in 2018, has been an important investment. It describes itself as the app that is designed to be deleted. Brooks said, theoretically, they wouldn't want users to delete the apps because they're not going to get paid anymore, but they're conveying that it's the app for a high-quality experience. Hinge is important to Match. It offsets some of the decline in user weakness for Tinder, but it is still small relative to the size of the group.
All right. Here's the thing. Here's the average experience for the man on these apps. He joins these apps. He signs up for the free version. He gets hit with a lot of matches initially. He's excited. Oh my God, man, there's a lot of women on this app. Ooh, and they're interested in me. He sends out tons of messages to these women and gets no responses back. So he got the high and the expectation that he's going to have success. But most of these matches are just bots. So this algorithm knows that if they hit that man with some dopamine and some excitement, they're now going to hook him into stage 2. Because after that initial burst, the app then encourages him to spend the monthly fee. So he joins for the monthly fee, whatever, $19.95, $29.95. He gets into the golden club. And he gets that initial high again. Boom! He gets a few nice matches. Some of them are actually real because now these women know that this guy is invested in the app. But guess what? They're single moms, highly overweight. They're usually in their late 30s, 40s. Most of these men don't find these women attractive in the least bit. They're literally the bottom of the barrel type of woman. And I hate to say that, but come on, the bare minimum for any man would be at least, please be in shape, have all your teeth, have some real hair. Have some real hair. Please don't bring, the Wolverine nails. Please don't have the big, fake eyelashes. And most of all, don't bring me another man's kids. I don't want to deal with that. But unfortunately, that's what most of the men have to deal with. And even if the man does meet a nice single mom, for example, most of the time she's insufferable and think that she's entitled to some nicer man. So that the guy that she does use for a few weeks, and realize, hey, this isn't a sucker, he's not paying my bills, then the poor guy is back on the app. And that cycle repeats itself over and over and over again. So the guy is now paying for this app that's not giving him the best results, not bringing him the best woman. So what does he do? He'll either keep going for another 6 to 8 months, and then he'll give up. But now he's already spent $200-300 on this app that has never produced anything for him at all. So he leaves discouraged. And this is after he has swiped right on probably thousands, thousands of women.
What are the best apps for online dating?
The big three: Tinder, Bumble, Hinge. Tinder is like a dive bar. Every girl will be in there. Occasionally an 8+ might be in there, but you're definitely not going to see a 9, 10. Like, it's not happening.
Okay.
Up next is Bumble. Bumble is kind of like a mid-tier. It's not like a dive bar. It's a club with the dance floor, and you might have to pay a small cover. So up next is going to be Hinge. Hinge is a unique dating app because it's almost ruined the stigma of being on a dating app.
How so?
The brand image, the way that they did their marketing, girls who wouldn't have used dating apps otherwise are now on Hinge. For that reason, I say Hinge is higher tier nightclubs that have a higher cover fee. If you have access to it, it's going to be more attractive women in there who you can choose from.
Now let's look at the experience for the average woman. She goes on the app and she's going to get swiped right on for thousands, tens of thousands of photos. Yeah, because every guy is out there swiping right on every woman. So now she's hunting through thousands of men, and she's going to only pick the guys that actually look anyway half decent. Meaning she's going to look for guys anywhere between 6, 7, or 8. 10s are not on dating apps. Most men, 10s, they don't have to be on dating apps. So even 7, 8s, 9s is what women are looking for, most of them. And the guys in those brackets, those guys, they have the pick of the litter. Every day he's going to have a different flavor of woman. And he's not going to go for the top woman because he just want to smash and get out. He knows that he's going to have to pay for those more beautiful women. So he's going to go for the average looking woman. I just need to blow my load, just move on. That's the woman that's going to come over to his apartment. She's going to bring some food. She's going to do whatever it takes because she feels that she's hit gold. She felt that she just met the man of her life. Oh my God, he's so beautiful. Oh, look at his apartment. Oh my God, he got all the stuff here. Oh, I'm in heaven. And so what? She gives it up. And so the guy plays her for a couple of weeks and then, boom, he ghosts her. So she's left jaded and hurt. The guy moves on to the next one. She's ghosted. She then complaining about, all men are shit. All men are trash. All men are this. Because she has done the same stupid mistake over and over and over again, not realizing that she's batting out of her league. And the poor average dude that she should be connected with, he goes off disappointed and with his tail between his legs after spending, $300-400 on this stupid app. That's the reality of the online dating market. So, as more and more men realize that, hey, I'm paying for nothing, and more women realize that I'm just getting smashed and dismissed, and all the other men aren't shite, as they like to put it, they're all leaving these apps. That's what's happening. That is why we see a decline, a massive decline in the app business.
Faye Ayasotaluna, CEO of Tinder, aims to change the perception of online dating as unromantic by leveraging AI. including an AI photo selector to help users choose suitable photos. She highlights common mistakes like poor photo choices and lengthy bios, recommending a concise 15-word bio instead. Addressing the assumptions epidemic, she notes that many women mistakenly believe most men on Tinder seek casual relationships, though only 29% do.
Yes, only 29% of the men seek casual relationships. The majority of men are looking for serious relationships. So both parties are disillusioned. And the idea that we now have to bring in AI in this app makes me feel a little bit cautious about how much the AI is now going to interfere in the process. Because guess who's going to be favored by the AI? The most attractive men. The cool thing that would occur is if the AI recognized that, attractive man, let me turn him over to an attractive woman. Let me see if I can put people in their correct categories. These women should never, ever be shown the Chads and the Tyrones. If a woman is a 6, she should not be shown a picture of a man who's a bloody 8 or 9. Keep her butt down in the 6 and 7 category. Yeah, most men know their league. They know their slot. Most 5 and 6 men, they know that if they see a woman who's a 7, 8, 9, yeah, she's out of my league. Not even going there. Most men know that. He wouldn't even waste his time. He might say hello, sort of tip his toe in the water and throw a little line out there, but he know he ain't gonna catch that big fish. He knows that. But women are the absolute opposite. She honestly feels that because she got smashed by one of those Chads 5, 6 months ago, she's going to get another one to marry her. She honestly feels that. This is where the problem comes in. The delusion, the female delusion is mind-blowing. And I'm saying to you, ladies, if you want to stop wasting your time, the only way to get success on these dating apps is realize that if you're not getting the results from Chad, depending on what site you're on, but if you're not getting the results from Mr. 789 to actually commit to you long term, stop going for those guys. Please understand, that's not your level. But unfortunately, in today's day and age, the internet has basically created women who think that they are much better than what they actually are. And I'm talking about attractiveness. I'm not talking about your accolades, not talking about your degrees, because men do not go for women based on their degrees. If that was the case, every geek in college and school, they would have found the best looking jocks, the best looking men on campus. That never happens. But women just don't think that deep. My wife's looking at me. Watch. She's glaring at me going, oh. But I'm talking about in the sense of the relationship market. You all don't think like that. But the point is that this is where we are at in the dating market. Let's listen to a woman talk about her app experience here.
Okay, so I got into this dating app because I'm banned from Hinge. Do not ask me why. I have no idea why. I've been banned for years. I feel like some guy just got upset about me not wanting to talk or date him. Like, I have no idea. Anyways, so that leaves me with the options of Tinder and Bumble, which Tinder is just absolute trash. And Bumble, I really don't like because I hate always having to be the one to initiate conversation or reach out. I was complaining to my friends about how I don't have any good dating.
Okay, she's complaining that they have to take the initiative to greet a man. But the reason why Bumble did this was because women complained that they were being harassed by so many men. You can't win when it comes to women. You damn if you do, damn if you don't. So now, it's too much work for me to reach out first. I gotta think about something nice to say first to a man. You know what you have to say to a man? Hi, that's it. How are you? Hello, nice to meet you. And men will take it from there. For some reason, women think that they have to go through this huge dialogue with men to be introduced. And you all want equality? Yeah, now you're finding out how difficult it is to actually approach a stranger and show your interest. We're seeing this all the time now. Women are complaining. Oh, how do you approach a guy? How do you approach a guy? Hey, I like you. That's it. Simple. Love your profile photo. What are you doing this weekend? Let's have a chat. Simple. Men are not complex creatures. We don't need any pickup lines. Let's hear what else she has to say.
I was complaining to my friends about how I don't have any like good dating apps where guys are able to like reach out to me first, and it's like exhausting having to always start the conversation. And my friend was like, "Oh, I have a golden ticket to get you into the league." And I was like, "What is that?" And she's like, "It's a really awesome like dating app. It's like very well vetted. The guys are like just more elevated, I guess is a good way to say it."
The guys are more elevated. In other words, I'm looking for the top earning dudes. That's it. I'm looking for the men who make the money. The guys are a little bit more elevated. Gotta love it. Gotta love it.
Than like on the other dating apps. I think part of that is because you connect your LinkedIn. So like most of these guys have like successful jobs. And also, so I got the app, and then what I like about it is that it's a lot more slower pace. So you only get 3 potential matches a day, which I think is a blessing and a curse, because I think it's great to like slow down and really look at your matches instead of just swiping through like, I don't know, anywhere from like 10 to 50 people a day. Like that's not normal. And also I feel like we miss a lot of connections that could have been maybe good. And so this kind of like slows it down, and you really have to like go through the profile and be like, okay, do I like this person or not? And there's also like an algorithm where they reward you for, you know, if you're participating, if you're on the app more, like it shows that you're more invested in like dating and wanting to find someone. So then they like reward you more with that by giving you an extra match here and there, or just things like that. Or just like putting you in front of more people. So I like it so far. I feel like the guys have been better than any other dating app that I've been on. I definitely feel like Hinge is still the best dating app, and bummed I can't get on it. Let's tag Hinge and start a riot.
All right. Just so you understand, this was her advertising herself on TikTok. Women know exactly how to play this game. She looks well. She got a little filter on. You know, looking all cute with her little spaghetti dress. What do they call it? Spaghetti top. Point is, guys, what we have to realize about what she said, and the reason why I included this video, is because she's introducing you guys to a whole different app. It seems like it's a little bit more refined. It's a little bit more selective. I like how this app works. The fact that it slows women down a bit, doesn't give them a lot of different matches every day. Because I've watched and witnessed how these apps work with some of these women here in Dubai. I've watched very beautiful girl flip through the 50 or 60 matches she had for that day. And she was just going, no, 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 left, 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 no, no. And I'm like, why, what's wrong with him? I even saw 2 guys that I was familiar with. Really good catches, really good guys, you know? Couple of my gym dudes, and she just swiped across them based on looks, didn't even look at their profile. And so it shows you the options when you have so much option on these apps that you miss a lot of opportunities. So the fact that, ladies, this is for you. This app slows you down, only gives you a number of matches per day that you can take time and to examine whether these 3 men are proper matches. Gives you time to slow down. So I like that. So maybe this app is one of those that you can actually go and check it out. Let's hear what some other people are saying.
So I've been single now for 8 months, and I feel like 2024 is my year to get back into dating again. So I'm getting back on Miss Hinge. But first and foremost, I need to do a big profile refresh because I haven't changed these prompts in years. And even though I did get into 2 relationships with them, they're just not giving what I need them to give. So even though they surprisingly served me well then, it's just time for an update to reflect where I'm at in my life now. So I'm adding my dating intentions immediately, which is to be in a long-term relationship. At my ripe age, I'm looking for someone to grow with, so we're not wasting any time there. And we've got to change these prompts. I'm literally so uncreative when it comes to these things, but they need a little love. This is better, right? I also updated a couple of my pictures because some of them were a little old. Okay, so much better. So I'm really looking for that I want to love you and spoil you until we're really old type of relationship, you know? So let me know how I did. And I'd love any tips you have for using Hinge to find a serious relationship.
Another ad for her ad. You know, these two girls that I've just shown you, very attractive women. These women would never have a problem on any of these dating sites. They are definitely sixes, maybe 6.5s. Definitely above average looking women. I can't see their bodies, but their faces dictate that they're probably 6s, 6.5s. Above average for sure. This one mentioned that, oh, I've had a few dates already on these sites. So in other words, she's been around the app block and she's either insufferable or hypergamy has kicked in where she feels that she can do better. So now she's jumping back on the app. When women have this many choices, it's very difficult for them to settle for one. And this is what the app also creates. They've seen that they have hundreds, maybe thousands of matches. It's very difficult for them to say, let me settle down with this guy. Because the problem is, if she has even the slightest problem in any of her relationships that she's had, she feels that she has all the options. So instead of working on the relationship, which is inevitable, she's going to have problems in the relationship. She's going to have some ups and downs. But God forbid if she has a down and that down is a little bit too severe or too long, like all relationships are, guess what? She's going to ditch that poor guy and she's back on the apps again because she feels that she has options. And this is where the problem comes in. So my friends, I don't want to drag this out any longer, but I hope I've given you some insight into the state of the dating app market, some new ideas on how to proceed. And it seems like there's some new players on the market that you might want to take advantage of. Now, I personally feel that the biggest dating app is Instagram. Instagram and TikTok is by far the two biggest dating apps. Most women know this. It's a dating app without being a dating app. And it's how women like to portray themselves. Oh, I'm really not on a dating app. But here I am in my bikini. Oh, look at my massive page of my hundreds of activities that I do. Everybody has a profile page. Yeah. Instagram, TikTok, and Snapchat. Those are the best dating sites. Yes, for the older generation, we still have Facebook. But social media is definitely better for getting connections than any of these dating apps combined. And it's a fact. Now, me on my side, I want to bring like-minded people together, not necessarily for dating, but for companionship, like minds getting together. So my membership site is being kicked off now. We're starting to launch. So if you guys want to get together, right now I'm doing a fitness challenge, the 10-pound fitness challenge. I've already gotten way too many people asking, but I can only pick 10 to work with personally right now. The rest of you, yes, I'm going to give you access to the membership site. You can follow along. But as far as getting on the Zoom calls with me every 2 weeks, and unfortunately, I cannot do that with more than 10 people. Okay? But all of you will get access to the membership site for free right now because I'm still going through the testing phase. All right. So guys, subscribe if you haven't already. Please give me a thumbs up on this message. If you'd like to book a call with me directly, please get me on askanolderman.com. And if you want to ask a quick question, send me a voice message over on Instagram on Ask an Older Man. And of course, remember, whenever in doubt, always ask an older man. I'll see you soon. Cheers.